Facebook Live, y'all. I'm just gonna pull it up here, maybe on the page, or maybe not. Well, let's try it again. There we are. There we are. So let's give everybody a hot second to come on in. Just a quick minute. Make sure my view's good. I'll take it in. I'll zoom in just a tad. All right. So while everybody's coming in, Miss Betty Jane asked. She suggested she wanted to see a lantern done. There she is, hopping on there. Hi, Miss Betty Jane. So I got a bunch of. Well, I bought a bunch of fall. I got a bunch of fall, but guys, I need to switch out so bad. It's not even funny. I think it's why I'm getting a little flustered because I need to switch seasons, and I'm working in a disaster zone of seasons. Oh my goodness. Hi Betty Jane, Linda, Susan. How are you, girl? So what we're gonna do? I got this lantern at at the Hobby Lobbies. Okay. And I'll repeat this again here in a few minutes when more people hop on. We got all kinds of fun stuff here. We're going to try to do too, y'all. These are very simple and easy to do. And they're very fun to do too. You know. Hey Tracy, how are you? Miss Doll. Welcome guys. So what we're going to do is I got this lantern. I thought it'd be cool because if I don't use it, typically I don't sell. I have done it before, y'all. But typically I don't sell my lantern with the swag attached. Number one, you're dealing with glass. Okay, so it's hard to ship because if you're going to ship it, you need to open this up. Take all these glass panels out and really bubble wrap those and pack this nicely and put the directions in there how to put those panels back in there. Otherwise, you know, it's a risk to ship. So basically what we're going to do is just use our lantern as a mock-up piece. Okay, because what's good about that is if they have their own lantern, they can sit there and switch out the swags each season. All they have to do is buy the swag, okay? And it's a good price point for your shop. You can sell them fairly cheap. And if you do include the lantern in that, you know, like this one I paid. Oh, it's from Hobby Lobby. This is item number 218546. I got it 50% off, but it's $42, so that's what? I don't know, I'm brain dead tonight, so half of 42, $21. So you got a price of $21 in there, okay? So that's why you typically don't sell a lantern with your swag, unless you get one really cheap and it has more plastic windows, okay? All right, so let's get going. We're going to do 2 lanterns. So let's just move this aside so I can show you. And this one is probably approximately, with the loop, it's about 15-16 inches. Okay. So I got this bundle at the Hobby Lobby. It was $30. It was on sale, 50% off. So it's $15. Okay. We probably won't use all this. It's F as in Frank, B as in boy, 1759. This is another one from the Hobby Lobby. And these are in the floral section, 50% off as well, $13.99. That's Frank Boy 22. These will be down small. 9.4. Anyway, you'll see them there. So you don't have to worry about that. I'll have to get the number on that. Knock our girl off again. And this is another one. And this is a great filler to put in. Swags, wreaths, everything else, $11.99. I'm sorry, these were 40% off. I have to take that back. Frank, I was gonna say Face Boy. Face Boy 2104. Oh goodness. And then that's going to be one swag, or we'll use bits and pieces of everything else. Okay, this is another one. We're going to add some of this into one of them. I have no idea where I got this. I won't even give you the number. These are some more little Facebook from the Pick Aisle Facebook. Holy crap, Hobby Lobby. And these are some hobbies. I love these. These are some of my go-to. Hey, Terry. Hey, Nancy Dan. Hey, Linda. There you go, Linda. Well, we're going to do it tonight. I'll show you how easy it is to do. Hopefully, we'll have a better week than last week. I was like, Mama goodness, we're not working last week. I still haven't figured out that sucker. So we're just going to take it apart, and we're going to have a do-over. Just do something else with it. So, but at least I showed you that's okay. You can always do something over. You can always have a do-over. And these are just simple leaves and picks from your fall aisle at the Hobby Lobby. Okay, so we'll just set those aside. We'll leave those right there. And we'll get going here, guys. And I got some ribbon choices over here. I'm not going to waste time showing them all to you, because I picked out all kinds, because I don't have a whole lot of polio. So first up, I think we're going to start with some flowers. I think I'm going to add some of these in there to this one. Okay, so we're just going to cut a couple branches off. Okay. Couple of these branches off. And hey, Dad. Probably, let's cut, what we got? Let's cut, ooh, that one's a short one. Shoot, I didn't know they had short and long. They do, they have short and long, guys. So we're going to throw, well, let's think about this, Susie. I'm not going to choose too long and too short. There we go. And if you need to, you can always steam these out after the project's done or before. I think those are not quite the same size, but I want the shorter one. There's still 3, so I want the shorter one on the bottom. These are the same size, so we're just going to pattern these out, okay? And then this one, I'm going to pick and choose what I want to use off this big bush. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I just love it. I know I love the later, Deb. No, I didn't. I'll have to go back and check it out. So I'm going to pick and choose. I think I'm going to use at least one of, let's see, which ones do I like? Which ones do I likey? I think I'm going to use a couple of these smaller ones for a lantern. And maybe not such the big fluffy ones. I'll save those for a wreath or a centerpiece. So I'm going to see how many we've got on here. We've got at least 2 or 3. So we need at least 2. Let's see. And then we're going to use some of this. Okay. We want some of this fun stuff on there. So we're going to cut a few of those off. Make sure they match. Okay. And then we're also going to use some of these white. No, I want this one. I do believe I want. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use these leaves, guys. We'll have to pick and choose on that one. Okay. On some of these, I like to push up because you want a little bit of height. See, yeah, see, I'm going to have to steam this after I'm done. Okay. And we'll use one of these, I think. Okay. We don't want to use too awfully much, but I'm looking to see 2 of those. And we'll set this aside and see if we need any more. Run that radio. We'll set that aside. Okay. So we got everything I think we need for a swag, for a simple swag, to start. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of probably use our bow maker for this part. And I want my leaves in the back. Okay, so I said at the beginning I want this one going up at the top. Okay, so we're going to place him and try to twist our flowers. Like I said, we might have to go back and steam later. Okay, so we're going to place this one up here. This is the other third one. We're going to place this one down here. And we're going to place it kind of underneath those leaves there, okay? We want enough to where we can put a bow in the center of this and also attach it to our lighter, okay? So, yeah. Don't worry about these leaves if you buy them at the Hobby Lobby, because you probably have to steam a little bit to get those trained out through there, okay? Okay, now I'm going to pick and choose my long, you know what, I got this over here too, I like. Because it's got some of that purple in there. Although, we've got, I'm trying to look and see here what else we've got on this pig. I think I'm going to use some of these strange looking things that is a little bit of a filler coming up. Okay, so we'll cut these off kind of long, so we want these to stand out from the top. Okay, I want these kind of stand out from the top. Like I said, I don't know where I got these. I apologize for that. So I think I'll just use maybe one on each thing here. So we're going to place one of these down in here. Okay. And this is just our start. Okay, we can always go and add. So those are driving me nuts. I wish I had steamed these before. I apologize, guys, but it can always be done after. Okay, I'm going to stick that one down in there. Okay, now I want one of these long ones. We're just going to spread these out. I'm going to keep these leaves in here. Okay. I'm going to keep those leaves kind of in there, and I'm going to bring this one up a little bit higher. And this one I'm going to bring a little bit lower. Still put that up. I'm trying to make sure these look alike, so I don't. Not sure I like that one. So we might cut another one off that matches. That one didn't match very well, you know. This one does. That one doesn't either. This one does, because I want that leaf. Okay, I don't know why they don't make them all the same so that the leaves match, but sometimes you got to pay attention to that. So we'll pull this one back down a little bit. Okay, turn these around. And then before I zip tie this, I'm going to snip some of these little doodads off here. Okay, the stems. This one we're going to throw in here. Actually, I think we're going to go, yeah, I think we're going to go with 2 of these. So I'm going to have to cut another one of those. I really like these. These are really super, super cool. Okay, so I'm going to put one up in here. And we're going to cut a couple more of those off. I'm trying to do that. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments. So let's cut a couple more of those off. I like those. That adds that little bit of purple to it, so that's pretty cool. So we'll use some of those. We'll use 2 of those. Okay, and I'm just crisscrossing them to the outside here. Okay, pulling those a little bit. I don't know if you can see. Can you see how I'm kind of crisscrossing here? We're just kind of crisscrossing. We're pulling some of these leaves up, but we're not pulling them all the way up. Okay, we want a little bit of filler in here because we might go back in and add. We might go back in and add some of those other leaves or some more of these. Okay, I'm not sure yet, but we're just going to make this basic swag to start. Okay, and then, oh, you know what? I was going to add these, so good thing about this is you can just pick it up, crisscross that one, and crisscross this one. Okay, easy peasy. Now we just place it back in. Okay, so see how easy that is if you use your bow maker. We didn't mess anything up, and we just got it right back in there. Okay, so yeah, I did go shopping. Hey, I'm trying to laugh right now. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm trying to laugh right now. All right, so we'll stick that one in there. Pull this one up. I think we'll pull that one up all the way. This one not quite so much. This one I did not do that to, so we're just going to pull that up. Okay, and leaving these down in here just kind of gives it a little bit of something, something, and we can pull them out to the sides when we're done and it's nice and tight. Okay, I don't know if that one matches. This one's not. Well, this will be on the top, so we want that one on the top, so that's fine. Okay, so I think we're good there. Okay, like I said, once we're done and we got this tight, we can see what it looks like, and we can add a little bit more to it because our bow's gonna fill up that center. Okay, our bow's gonna fill up that. So I'm gonna get that kind of tight. Let's start with that. Down. And we'll start with one zip tie and get that together nice and tight. This one will be a little bit bigger one. You don't, you know, I'm going to show you two different sizes how to kind of do this. So we'll pull that tight. See, we just got a basic little swag on here. And then we'll kind of straighten it out. Okay, once we get this, we can bend and add. Okay, we can bend and add to it. So what I mean by that is like this. So we're going to pull up our little stems that I told you we're going to cut. Okay, I should be throwing those in my little box, y'all. I'm saving those. So we're going to pull these out to the sides because we want these all kind of different ways, and this will tell us where we need more to fill in now that we've got our base kind of set here and made. So just go in there and trim off those longer stems. Okay, not too hard. Whoops, I missed one. I missed one there. I just don't like to cut them off first because if I cut them off and I want them to move them, then they're cut, and I can go back. Okay, so I'm just pulling this up. There we go. There's one. I think we're good. Okay, so we're just going to pull these out and kind of shape these and bend these the way we want them and see what we need to add. Okay, let's see what we need. I think this one needs to go down. Well, I'll just pull that sucker out, guys. So we're going to stick her back in. Hopefully. Oh yeah, we can get her back in. It'll take a little bit of work. There we go. There we go. I just didn't pull that very tight and use my pliers. Should have used my pliers. There we go. Alright, so we pull that up, these over. We want this one kind of in the center. Okay. Same thing on the bottom. Snip that little piece off there. Pull those up. Pull those out. And just shake this up a little bit. Okay. So here's kind of our basic swag. And now we can start adding whatever we want to this after we get it onto our lantern. Okay. So to add it to your lantern, I'm not going to add that right this. I kind of have to show you, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a second zip tie, just for safety reasons, so this doesn't come apart. You got them, use them, y'all. So let's do that. I need to find some of my smaller ones. There we go. All right, so there's that. So don't worry about the center because we're going to fill that in. So let's just kind of, so here's kind of how our lantern's going to look, okay? I got that upside down. So this is a bigger one, okay? This is going to be a little bit bigger one. I'll scooch that one down a little bit. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger one, okay? So let's add that to the thing. Actually, let's put a bow on first. Let's make a bow for that one real quick. It's going to be a simple bow. We make a simple bow for this one, okay? Hey, Rhea, how are you? So on this one, I think I'm going to use, this is a real pretty ribbon right here. Is that too much of that color? I think that might be too much of that color. You know what? This would be pretty. Because that would bring out all the purple. Let's do that. No. Let's go with basic on the back. And this is just an old-time pottery, I think. Let's just do a basic on the back. That'll break it up a little bit. Okay. I think I had something else here. But I think I like this one. So I think we'll start out with a longer tail. We can always trim that down. Okay. So we're just going to stick that down in there. And it's probably going to be about 10. Let's go about 11 inches on this one. Okay. And we'll probably do about, about a 5.5 inch back loop here. Okay, that's about 5.5 inches. Okay. Really, Costco has Christmas? What did I go shopping for? Dawn, I had to do something for tonight. I don't have my stuff organized, so I had to go out and buy something for tonight. So we're just going to do one leaf on each side. And this one, we're going to cut a little bit shorter. Probably about, well, we didn't put it a whole lot shorter. Probably about 2 inches shorter than this one, and we can always trim that down. Okay? We're just going to do a simple bow on this for a simple swag. And then I think we're going to come in with, I'm looking over here, guys, at all my colors. This one I don't think would match. This one, I don't like that one. So we're going to go with this deep burgundy. This is Sam's. Okay. We'll put some of this in now. Okay. I'm just going to go a little bit shorter. Actually, not that much shorter. Actually, no, we're not. And we're going to do just the one again. Dang it, Mommy, if they didn't put a seam in here on me, so I got a splice in there. So save that one for something else. I hate those splices. I hate those splices. So put this in here. Okay, just that. A little bit short. Again, we're just going to do the one. Okay, trim that off. Stick that one back over there. And let's just see if we want to go in here with this one. Or if I think it's going to be too much. I think it's too much. I just think that one's too much. And this one's not enough. So we're going in with this one. Okay. Get that pinnail there. I just don't have a whole lot of fall ready now. I don't like fall. It's not my friend. So we're going to do another 2 here. Okay. This one we're going to have to twist. Okay. We're going to have to twist this one because it's got a pattern on it. Okay. So we'll just just twist that and pull that back through here, a little shorter. Okay. Oops, twisting the wrong way there. Oh, get out of there. We'll stick this one back in here, and now we're right back the same way. Okay. And we'll pull that one up. And now I just had an idea. I don't know if I have it handy, but I think the moss green would look good on top if I can find. It's probably not in my fall. Hold on, hold these. Moss. Shoot, y'all. What am I go-to? Where'd it go? Oh well. Maybe not. Shoot. Oh well, we'll go with this one. This one's got moss green in it and it's fall. So. Oh, I don't like that. Dang it, Bobby, where's that moss green? Well, we're gonna use this one. I can always take this out. Actually, you know what? I don't like it. So, we're gonna go back with our moss. Okay, and we're not gonna waste this spice one. So we're gonna make our simple loop on top with this one. Okay. We're not gonna waste this. Waste not, want not. Hey guys, what's up, girl? Okay. So there we go. All right. And we'll just take a. I have mediums. I need to pull these out of this thing, guys, because there's all different sizes in here, and I haven't taken the time to do that. Yeah. Dig down in here. That's bigger. No, those are small. There we are. God bless them. There we go. All right, there we go. So let's zip tie that. And then we'll throw this on there. And then I'll show you how to attach to the wreath real quick, and then we'll do another small swag, a more simple idea for a swag. Or maybe a smaller lantern, but definitely, I mean, I'll have to cut this off, but we'll attach it just so I can show you how. Okay. But that's also something a customer can do. Dang, I didn't leave my room to attach that on there, dum-dum. Dummy. Hate it when that happens. Was I going the right way? Yeah. There we go. So we'll just attach that. Okay. And then we'll just fluff this up. Just a little bit. We'll have to fluff it up again. Okay. There we go. And this one we'll fix once we get it on there, okay? So now let's attach that to our little swag. That down on here. Whoops, I gotta look at it and see which way it goes here. There's my long side. Make sure your long side's there. Long tails. Okay, see, I have up. Nope, I want my long tails on the bottom. Sorry. Where's my thing at? Where'd it go? There it is. I want my long tails going down on the bottom. Now I'm going to attach it right above my two zip ties that are on our swag here. Just because that'll hold it from. Oh, I got the wrong. Hold on, let me cut that off. I'm ready to attach. I forgot to cut that off. Because you don't want it to slip, okay? And this one, we're going to leave a little bit. to add another zip tie. Actually, probably not. We're going to take this one. Now we're going to add it, okay? We're going to go, I should have left a bigger zip tie it after you get it on, guys. I forgot to, I have a loop on here. So, but luckily I left enough room. Okay. Put your loop up here. Okay. And now we're going to pull this one tight on our layer. And voila. We're done with that one. Other than fluffing our leaves out or seeing if we want to add any more to this. So where's, and make sure you look where your front is. So I got that on this way. You can put it on left or right. Okay, and these will snip down. Okay, and we'll just dovetail. We won't dovetail. We're just going to angle cut those. Okay. We'll probably cut that one down a little bit more. Whoops. And that one down a little bit more. Okay. Just fluff out. Pull some this way, some this way. Spread your colors out. I think that one needs a little more cut off. Okay. And just turn that. There's my door. And this is where you go back and just kind of angle your flowers kind of where you want them and stuff. And then you can see if you feel like you need or want some more, like let's say you want some more of these. We can go back now that it's glued and everything. And we can add a few more of these in here. Okay, now we've got something we can kind of go into and glue. Okay. I think I do want, there we go. I do want one more on top, maybe one more on the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to pull those up, place these down in, oops, get off there. Place those down into our, cut that a little bit more. Place that down into here. Okay, I'm going to find that spot where we can glue that kind of down in there. But I want it behind that one. Okay, so see what I did there? Get my zip tie out of that. Okay, I will pull some of those out. I just smashed my bow. Make sure my bows, flowers are okay. I think that's good, and I'll just cut a few more of these real short. Stick those in there in the bottom. I'm going to lay it down so I can see where I'm sticking. This one over. Stick this one over in here. Okay. And there we go. There's that one. So see how quick and simple that was? And here's our little door handle. We got that going on. You kind of see it from the back. Like I said, we will have to steam a few flowers. You can always add more flowers if you want, but I think simple is best because then you can sell this in your shop for, you know, about 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, and you're kind of good. So, so there's that one. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, they're pretty tall. So let's cut that off. there's that swag. So see, now we've got it. We can pack that up and send that one off. Okay. So now let's do a real simple one. This will be a real simple one. And this one, we're going to try to use picks. I hate when these berries come off. It makes me so angry. Dang on it. Well, kind of is what it is. I'll glue this stuff back on there. Golly. I won't lose them. Alright. So this is a simple pick here. This is one I go to. And I'll do this. I found some cups, some coffee cups at the Hobby Lobby. And I like to do that at fall for little table centerpieces. And they turn out super cute. So I'm just going to pull these apart. Okay, like this. This again is in the Hobby Lobby pick aisle. 40% off right now. And I love it because it's kind of got that sage green teal pumpkin-y look there. Okay. So put those on. And just kind of straighten your leaves and everything out. Okay. And they're kind of going to go the opposite way. So, and this one we'll probably use some of the other leaves for, not the beige ones, because we want to add a little bit more color also to this. And I am going to pull my pumpkins a little bit forward. So we're going to start with these two. Okay, simple, sweet. Okay, we're going to add some of these in there. We're not going to add this one, so we'll put that one off to the side. We're probably going to add some of these, and we're probably going to add some of these back behind here. Okay. So let's get the bow maker back out and start our little process again. Let me grab. I thought I had another green area light here. Oh yeah. Oh, I bet I don't have enough of that. Oh, my knife. Oh my goodness. I was looking for this earlier and I couldn't find it. Now I found it, so I'm happy. Because why does everything fall on the flower towers? There we go. Arch she goes. And there they go. There's a new pack. I'm grabbing a new pack. I need a flower tower with like big giant garbage cans. Because these little ones, as soon as I pull something out, y'all, it just all falls down on the floor. So we're going to add some of these. I was looking for this earlier and I just looked over and I was like, oh my God, there it is. So we're going to use some of this. Okay. It's a beaded grass and it's got that fall color on the tips. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh yeah. So that'll add a little mixture of color in there. And this, oh shoot, what did I do with that bag? This is a Sims product. I'll give you a number on that. You get 7 stems on there. It's plastic bead grass. It's item number CS14646, B as in boy. Okay, so let's set that to the side. Now let's start with some of these. Okay, and these are, again, are all different sizes. So I think what we're going to do is start shorter. Let's go with some of the shorter. Let's see, which ones do I want to use? Picking and choosing here. Let's start with these. Let's do one that size. That size, those are about the same size. Use that one. Use that one. And we'll see if we need any more. Okay. So we're going to start with these long ones again. Okay. Might have to pick this bottom leaf off. Stick that in there, okay? Might have to pick that up. Cut our tab off as well. Sorry if I'm missing any questions. Hey, Olga, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad you found this. Glad you found this. We're doing later swags tonight. last week's project kind of didn't work out well. I didn't like my design. I didn't like. But guess what? We're going to have a do-over. Susan don't quit. Mama didn't raise no quitter. Oh, no. I'm just saying. Alright, so we're going to line those up again. Okay. These, luckily, you can turn your leaves around. And once again, we're going to just kind of crisscross. Maybe bend a little bit. Okay. So just kind of bend that a little bit. Whoop, wrong way. We're going to crisscross a little bit. Okay. I think I am going to cut a couple more of these off. I'm going to use 2 on each one. So we're going to have to, we're just going to use this. Cut it there. Cut it there. Okay. Again, we're going to bend that. And we're just kind of making our base sway here going on. Okay. Make sure your leaves are turned. Okay. So there we go. Got that going on. Alright, see what we did here? Can you see? Okay. Whoop. We lost one. We lost the mod. Held it up. Now it came out. That's alright. We'll get it back in there. Okay. Here's where I want to use some of these leaves. Okay. These are Hobby Lobby pick aisle item. This year I don't think they look as nice. And I didn't see these bigger ones. I saw they were kind of a hot mess, the ones I got. So I'm going to have to steam them all. They were a little bit smaller. So just like everything nowadays, guys. They're just making it smaller. So make us mad. And this, I think I'm only going to use 1. And quite honestly, you know what I'm going to do? Let's try this. Let's try this. If we pull these out. See, guys, I'm always thinking as I go here. Let's pull these top ones out. Okay. Whoops. And what if we go in here like this. We add this. We spread these out. And then. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah, guys. Always got to think. Always got to keep thinking how to mix stuff. Oh, my goodness. That just made a whole heck of a lot of difference. I am just saying. Oh, oops. I need to grab another one of these. That just made a whole heck of a lot of difference. I'll show you here in just a second. Because now it's kind of mixing up our different colors. Okay? So always think, guys, while you're doing it. And you can always, and the good thing about using your bow maker is that you can keep taking stuff out and putting it back in the way you like it, right? Okay? So let's put these back in here. Then I'll hold it up and show you how that makes a huge, huge difference. Okay? There we go. I'm going to hold it this time so they don't all fall out. See how that made a big difference in mixing that up with the leaves, whoops, centered around in here behind this layer. It really did. Made a big difference. Yeah, I like that. Make sure I got those turned the right way. All right, guys, and see, this one's going to be fairly quick. Excuse me. Because we're going to use this pick, okay? We're going to use this pick. We're going to bring this up. We're going to chop this off at the nub. Hey, darling, how are you? Hey, Benita, how are you? Oh, bye. Oh, thanks for coming, Linda. Have a good evening. Okay. So I'm going to stick this one down in here. This one's going to be a little bit thicker. I might have should have used my wood one here for this one. But we're going to make it work, y'all. We're going to make it work. Okay. Oh, perfect. That worked. And we're just going to chop that one off the same way. some down in there. Okay. Oh my God, I'm loving this. This is looking so cute. Pull our leaves out a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna zip tie this bad boy. Okay. All right. So we use 2 picks on the top. Okay, so we won't really have to add anything else unless we want to add some of this stuff in after we get it put together. Okay, we just want to get our base here pretty much done. I'm going to try to pull this up, tighten that, get that out there, pull that back around there, tighten it as tight as I can. Okay, and we broke that up. Must be stronger, I think. But we are going to add 2 more zip ties. Okay. Oh, we lost some berries. I got to find out where that one went. That's all right. I'm going to add 2 more zip ties just for. Oh my. Just for stability reasons. Okay, and I'm going to go up a little bit higher in this. I'll show you where in just a second. Just to keep this together at a different point. Okay. So what I did is I did the center, and then I went up through here and I went behind one of these branches. I don't know if you could see. I've lost 2 of those. We're gonna have to find where those go. We ain't worry about that right this second. We'll find it. We'll find out where they go. And then, like I said, we're gonna add that one underneath as well, right here. So what I'm doing is going underneath that one branch and coming up. Okay. Let's backwards again. There's that right there. Okay. And I'm making sure that my zip ties are kind of up towards the top. Okay, I know I'm smashing that one leaf, but we're going to have a bow right there. Okay. Now we're just going to make sure our pumpkins turn the same way. So here's our base swag. Okay. Kind of got everything. We kind of fluff out, pull some leaves through, pull these out, layer that, pull some of that color out, just like that. Okay. So there's our base. Okay. So now we're going to make a bow for this one. Pull that around, cut that off. And I think for this one, I think we'll do kind of a simple, see, this is what it's kind of going to look like, and it's very simple. Okay, we use just a few picks, and we can add a few more of these in here. I do want a couple of these. Let's add some of these in here. Okay. Whoops. And again, these are a Hobby Lobby item. I think what I'm going to do is add this in one piece if I can. Let's see if I can do that good. I doubt it. I should have stuck that in there, but we are not going to be able to do that. So I think I'm just going to break the center one off here. We can always add some of these smaller ones in there as well. Okay. Glue some of that. I think I just want this one. Lord, I'm going to have to pull this apart. It's easier when it's on the lantern. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait till I get that on the lantern. Sorry. I don't have 3 hands. So let's get a bow made real quick. And on this one, I think I'm going to use this one. And I think I'm going to use our teal and this. Okay, I know this has a little bit more. Actually, you know what? Let's do a simple bow. Let's do a simple bow on this one. Let's just do a simple bow. Okay. So I think I'm just looking over here, make sure I don't want to add anything else. I don't think I do. So we're just going to make a simple bow. Okay, we're going to twist, pull this over, put this teal kind of in the back. Okay. This one I think we're going to do 2 loops on each side. Okay. Again, just twist, bring it back over and do thumb, stuff it down in there, twist, bring it back over the top, stuff it down in there. Make sure your loops are about the same size. I don't think that'll be too big. Okay. And then we'll cut that. Let's cut that a little bit long. Then we're going to add this one in there. I'm kind of liking this one though, guys. What do you guys think about this one? What do you guys think about that one? I'm really kind of liking that one. So we are going to do this. Start over. We're going to use our teal, but we're also going to mix in this navy blue. Why not? I like it. Okay, so again, we're just going to twist, pull over. Okay. About the same size. We're probably doing about a 5.5 to 6 inch loop again. Okay. This one we're only going to do the one. So just twist that in your thumb, bring it over, pull it up in there. Okay. Now we're going to pull off our teal we just did. Place that on top here in our hands. Okay, I think this is going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty. I love mixing crazy colors together. So now this one, we'll use this one. I think it's 2 patterns, but actually no. You know what? Oh, goodness, guys. I don't like that one. Let's go back to our, let's go back to this one. Because we kind of got them purple leaves in there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that one. Try to see what I got over here. If I got anything else different. I think we're just going to go with this. Okay. Twist it again, come over the top, there we go, like that. Okay, make sure I don't have anything else here I can use. Wish I did, I just don't have a lot of fall and it drives me nuts. But, still liking this, but I think we break it up a little bit. Thinking, guys, I'm thinking. Let's do our 1 looper on top with that one. Let's do our 1 looper on top of that one. If we don't like it, we can always take it apart, right? Right. Okay, twist that one around. There, make sure we twist that one around. And then we'll just add a zip tie to this. One of the short ones again. Okay, I'm just going to stick this around underneath my hand. Okay, pull it up, pull it around. Just hold it with your finger. Make sure you have it the right way. What are the chances every time you put the zip tie in and you don't look that they're always turned around the wrong way? It's like 100 to 1 for me. You know. I guess none of us won the lottery last night. I know I didn't. Alright, so then just pull that tight. Then we're going to add our other zip tie. Quick to the back of here. And then add that to our swag. And then we'll add it to our lantern. And we will be almost done unless we want to add some more of that stuff, which I think I'm going to, just a little bit. Okay, just fluff that up a little bit. We'll fluff it more when we get it on there. Okay, our tails all going the right way. What are you chewing on, little girl? Okay, so here's our bow. Pretty bow. All right, so let's get that on there. So I'll snip that off. Wrong thing. Sorry if I'm missing anybody's comments. Tracy's mad at me. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay. It's okay, Trace. Oh goodness. Probably all mad at me because I talk too much. Alright, so let's get this on here. Okay, so there's where we're at so far. Okay, then we'll add one more zip tie. Whoops. One more zip tie. Whoops. Back into here. Okay, we'll pull that tie to get them going up above that spot so it doesn't slide. Okay, pull that tight. What are you chewing on? Oh, a stick. That's good. Okay. Oh, I hope not. I hope nobody can be mad at me. Alright, so let's get this on here. Fluff our little bow. Okay. So if I can get that ring, I'm always fighting that ring. That ring drives me nuts. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to move this zip tie up through the two on the side here so that that holds that. I forgot where my face was, or my front door was. We're going to go up through this side right here where we put those two on there. Because guess what? That's going to hold it in a nicer pattern. Okay? If I can weasel that through there. I think I can. Let me go this way. Let's go get my fingernail under there. There we go. Perfect. Okay? And now we'll just add this. Make sure I got it right side up. Okay. Now we'll just add this right around here. Make sure I get it on the right side there. Not losing my zip tie. Okay. Oh, I lost it. I'll lose it. Oh, my fingers are not strong enough for this stuff anymore. Oh, there we go. There we go. And you kind of have to hold it. Okay, and then tighten it. Pull with the pliers because you want it tight where you want it. Don't pull too tight and then it's flopping around. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. That was fluff this out, trim some of that off here. Fluff our bow. Twist our pumpkins a little bit. The way we want those. Make sure our bows are all nice and there. And then we'll trim our little tails. Whoops. The wrong angle to do that. There we go. So here's our swag number 2. Okay, see how pretty that is? Okay, whoops, just moved that sucker. There we go. I might have to add another little zip tie. I think it's alright. Because this is our door, so we kind of want it going that way, off to the side. Like I said, if you want to add a few of these in here, now that I'm looking at this, I don't know. I think this one's kind of, I might play with some of these. I think it's kind of simple enough that we don't really, I'll do that one, doohickey. I have one with berries, oh here it is. Maybe this one with berries on it or something coming out the top. Yeah, something like that. But I really think this one has quite enough. You can always certainly go back and add, you know, some of these, but I don't think so. As far as this grass goes that I was going to use, I don't know. I'm going to cut one little piece off and show you. Because I don't know if I'm going to use this now. I'm kind of liking this. Just simple the way it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it needs it. I really don't. No. And we'll just fluff our little bows out, our tails, and I think, like I said, we're good on that one, guys. What do you think? You guys like it? Like it? I thought it turned out pretty good. Like I said, just go back in and adjust as needed. Your little flowers and your leaves. After messing with it, and there you go. You got another whole swag on a lantern. Okay. So we did 2 swags. We did this one, and then we did this one. Okay. We did that one tonight. So this one I'm gonna have to. Oh, I cut my dang bow off altogether, guys. I have to attach that back on. But anyway, when I cut the wrong one, oh, I gotta glue those back in, but that's all right. So we got 2 swags tonight, 2 candle, 2 lantern swags. I'll have to reattach that. That's all right. I cut the wrong zip tie, cutting that back off. No biggie. Anywho, I hope you like these projects. Hopefully I'll get my room switched out and we'll start doing some more fall and Halloween and some fun stuff once I get a little bit more organized down here. I promise, guys. But I like this one. I thought this one turned out really nice. I like these. I just got to figure out where these little doodads go. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me again tonight. I think we just went a little bit over. But I hope you like these. And again, we'll come up with something fun to do next week. I promise. Okay. So anyway, as always, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Laugh and live with a half woke up when it's all black clouds, find the sun. I will see you either on my live this weekend. I may do that for once. I haven't done it in a while. Or I will see you, I'll see you on your lives or next weekend at Lori's live. Or we'll see each other. Okay, guys? So I'm going to quit yakking and go after you. So anyway, have a blessed rest of the week. Bye, guys.